The spring and early summer of 2025, I thought everything was shaping up to be perfect heading into my senior year of high school. I was about to get my driver's license, I was working out twice a day to get ready for football, and I had recently gotten a new girlfriend. Little did I know, I was about to set myself back over a year. So I had worked the summers of grades 9, 10, and 11 in high school, making decent and respectable wages and buying myself nice things like a PC, an iPad, and things of the sort. My junior year, I had gotten knee surgery in the fall as a result of the American football that I play, and couldn't work over winter because I was on crutches or recovering for the majority of it. That being said, when my last summer in high school rolled around before grade 12, I wanted to go all in for my last football season ever that started later in the summer and early in fall. Instead of working a summer job, I dedicated my days to diet and exercise, working out twice a day and eating near perfectly for performance. I figured it wouldn't be that big of a problem and I could just work over the winter, but I was mistaken. A few weeks into season, I went in for a tackle and completely tore my shoulder, and also tore the top of my bicep. This was devastating. I had gambled my senior year on football just to get catastrophically injured, and I had nothing to show for it. I had no money left, I needed surgery badly, and I was now unable to work due to my health condition. This was going to be a severe setback. Recovery took months. I'm frankly still not fully recovered. A full comeback from this surgery has an estimated minimum of 6 months post-op. I haven't been able to fully work and exercise since my injury, and I even had to give up my senior year of track because my health was so bad. Because of this, I made some very bad financial decisions, not thinking about the impact it could have on my future. So, with having a girlfriend, as well as needing to hold me over for the whole school year, I took out more or less a payday loan with a 10% interest rate on a 9-month term that started at $1,000. Not too bad, right? Get $1,000 now, pay back $1,100 later. Well, it got out of hand. It grew and grew and grew to over $1,500, and with the 10% interest, I was now sitting just a little over $1,700 total dollars. Now this was bad enough, but it somehow managed to get even worse. Late in February, I was driving home from a date with my girlfriend, and if you don't know, it's very icy where I live in that time of the year. I won't get into the details, but I got into a car accident in my mother's car. I didn't total the car, but with needing to get to school, I was now faced with a tough decision. Make my mother wake up early to drive her senior in high school to his classes 25 minutes both ways to and from school, or to buy my own car. Now don't get me wrong, I by no means am trying to gain your pity or pretend I'm noble in any way, just trying to lay out the facts for you so that you can see what led to these irresponsible financial decisions. I ended up looking for a car with my parents and we set up a deal together. They agreed to buy me a car if I paid it back in full in an auto loan. So that's exactly what I did. I know not everyone has this opportunity, so I believe I'm extremely lucky to feel the pressure that I do, but again, just trying to give you numbers. It's a 5-year or 60-month loan, and I ended up picking a car right around 15 grand. Certainly not brand new, but not just a beater with a heater either. It will get me from point A to point B, and it gets about 22 miles to the gallon, which with the current gas prices in the economy is actually pretty good. The car payment plus insurance comes out to around $400 a month, and with gas prices and how far I'll need to drive for work, it could cost me up to $600 a month. And this is assuming it doesn't need much additional maintenance. So how am I planning on making the money to pay for these things? I start work about a week after graduation, which is in a few days, and for a roofing company at $30 an hour, I'll be making good money. Obviously, the numbers will be different after taxes, but let's assume that it ends up being about $4,000 a month. This means I can put the $600 towards my car and still have $3,400 in cash left each month. So I can pay off my payday loan in just a few weeks and then act like I just have an auto loan from the bank and put aside $600 to $1,000 a month. This results in about $7,000 extra dollars on August 1st just for my regular 9-to-5 summer job, which at 18 is a little crazy, especially for having been in the mountain of debt I was in. Now don't get me wrong, the car won't be fully paid off for an estimated 5 years, but I can always pay more towards my term and up my principal so that I'm paying it off quicker. But this is where I have a problem. I don't have a job after summer. The roofing is only till around the first week of August, so after that I need another job. That's a bridge I'll have to start crossing as I get closer, but the thing I want to address right now is that $4K per month isn't nearly enough to get me to retire early, which is the whole point of this video and this channel. This is where side income throws its hat into the proverbial ring. I started this channel to walk you through my personal journey to financial independence and early retirement, so I'll do exactly that. I'll make a video going over my exact numbers in the future and my personal estimates, but for sake of continuity, I'll use ballpark examples. My goal is to be making 5 to 10K a month in side income by the time my girlfriend, who I'm still with, graduates college. This gives me about 6 years to scale to that income. I think this is completely possible, so let me walk you through my outline. For my first income stream, I want to start online coaching and selling downloadable content like online PDFs. I run a small fitness channel with about 300 followers right now combined across YouTube and Instagram, and I'm looking to grow that over the next few months to years. If I can get this up to, let's say, $250 per client per month and coach, let's say, 10 people at a time, that alone is already around $2,500. Obviously, with taxes, that becomes a little different, and with the self-employment tax brackets being a bit different than the normal ones in the United States for W-2 work, that's going to be a whole nother thing. Next, I have been building the skill of game development for quite a few years now. I'm purely amateur and have been on and off since about lockdown, which, come to think of it, is actually kind of crazy young to start coding as well as 3D modeling. I probably would have been 11 or 12 at the time of starting, a little bit before the start of COVID. I'm also looking to monetize this through game sales and maybe even YouTube profit with an audience, though managing 3 different YouTube audiences between the fitness, game development, and financial ones may get difficult. But if I can scale this to $1,000 to $2,000 a month and enjoy doing it, that's an obvious no-brainer. I already do enjoy doing it, but if I can pull a little bit of extra side income from it, it'll make my time more effective per dollar. The final side income stream I want to talk about that's going to get me from $5 to $10K a month in the next 6 years is YouTube. I'm hoping to scale this channel and my others to grow dedicated communities that I can give real value to and hopefully grow them as much as I can. I'm aiming for a repeatable $1,000 to $2,000 from YouTube AdSense per month across the 3 channels, which I think is completely doable and puts me in that sweet target range of $5 to $10K if I can accomplish these very manageable goals across all 3 of those that I just went over with you. With all that being said, I can still scale each of these from there. Upping coaching prices instantly ups the profit, or taking on more clients if I have more time, making bigger games, or publishing more videos to YouTube. I can also sell small online goods like one-time workout or diet plans for a flat fee, but that's not repeatable income, so I left it out of the math. So that's my outline for scaling out of the 9-to-5 trap. Let me know what you would change or what your own personal plan is down in the comments below. Don't fall into the trap of debt at a young age like me. It's almost never worth it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, especially if you want to follow along with my journey or this kind of content resonated with you. It's free and it helps out way more than you might think. And you can always unsubscribe later if I get too annoying. Thank you so much for watching. We'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.